What's going on, everybody? It is Jamie and welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire, and welcome to another video every day in February. And that definitely is not Value Village behind me, because I'm not supposed to be thrifting until I get all my wholesale listed. I'm getting close though. I think I've got about 20 items left to list. I got to clean some, maybe a little bit more deep clean on a few that are left, so I've kind of been putting that off. But I have been listing every single day. I have listed a lot of the wholesale stuff. Like I said, I'm definitely not thrifting or doing anything like that today. So, you know, we did get some stuff dropped off at Stallion Express. We're continuing with the video every single day, even though it's starting to get a little harder. I was having a hard time around day 20, which is obviously, you see me do the React video. I didn't mind it. It wasn't exactly what I was planning on doing this month. Other than that, yeah, I don't know. We got some more shipping to do when we get home. I definitely got to list some more stuff, to edit more video, think of 100 things that I need to be doing, but I'm definitely not thrifting. All right, so we made it home. I'm gonna show you a few things that I picked up while I wasn't thrifting this morning. Also, we're gonna do some order pulling, which we're actually gonna time travel. I order pulled this morning and filmed it. Then I went to London, which you've seen first. So you're gonna see me pull the orders that I dropped off in London. So it'll be a little bit backwards, but it'll make sense in the video. And then I'm gonna show you right now just the other stuff that I picked up. So I picked up a pair of Keens at Goodwill. Okay, they're in like new condition, honestly. I think we paid something like $6 for those. Then I got a pair of brown Sauconys here. They're actually brown leather. These were $8.49. They should do pretty good. And then I've never seen this at all. I don't know if this is like a retro knockoff jersey or something, but it's a pullover, like batting practice style Tampa Bay Rays jersey. Now the tag itself is bike. If I get this to come in focus or not. Yeah, probably right about there. So bike XXL. Also has a little tag here. It obviously reminds me of, oh, it's on the sleeve. Right there, I guess. Reminds me of like Nike. So is it just a ripoff or a knockoff of Nike? I don't think so, but I don't really know either. So this was pretty interesting. I think this one was only like t-shirt price, like $4 and change. But let's pull a few orders and then we can answer a few questions. All right, we have an eBay sale. This is another cassette tape. And I believe it's just at the bottom here. I think it's this one. It's Beach Boys, Endless Summer. Just make sure it's the right tape. Yep, so this one's got a little bit of wear. But it's been tested both sides, so no worries there. This one is staying in Canada. So once again, this will be something that I do ship out with just stamps. And yeah, let's get this guy shipped out. Okay, so we're just gonna set this to grams. It's under 100 grams, so it's only gonna require one stamp. All right, so this one's just going to Milton, Ontario. It's just going out with stamps, like I said, $9 sale, nothing too serious here. If you guys hear growling in the background, it's my coffee maker. It's pretty early in the morning, but let's get the rest of these ones shipped out. All right, another eBay sale. It's gonna be back in the wholesale bin. It's a red hat, should be easy to find. It's this NCAA Nebraska corn. Is it Huskers? Just the Huskers, I guess, maybe? So this was the Apex one hat. Picked this one up, obviously, from the wholesale buy. Should just go in a nice little box here. $30 is what I got for this. That was the best offer. I had it listed for $39 or $40, something like that, and did take a best offer $30 on this hat. We got this one in a box. It's gonna go all the way to Sunrise, Florida. United States Postal Service, lightweight, and it cost about $7.46 through Stallion Express. All right, we have another eBay sale. I actually was looking last night because I was trying to find a box that was gonna work for this one. But I do believe it's down here. Now it's sort of just like a power, it's like a fancy power bar, right? But it's like a high-tech one. Or not high-tech, but I think it's just for maybe higher voltage stuff. don't know a ton about this thing. I just know when I found it at Goodwill and I looked it up, you know, it was worth some decent money, and I think I got about $90 for this thing. It is a little big, it is heavy. I want to make sure it gets there safe. So we're gonna use a bigger box with some padding, and yeah, let's get this one shipped out. So we got this one in a box. The box is pretty big. It's 18 by, I think, what does it says right on it? 18 by 10 by 8. Okay, so it's a little bit taller than it needs to be, but I packed it really well. And the buyer paid $20 for shipping. I knew I was gonna pack this well. It cost me $17 and $17.50 or something like that through ICS Courier. So it's gonna get there safe and padded in this nice box, and you know, I'm not losing any money in shipping or anything like that. And it's a pretty decent sale. I don't think I paid much for this at Goodwill at all. Probably less than $8. I think this one is gonna be in the cabinet actually. Which drawer, I'm not sure. There we go. So it's this little COS CD player. I threw batteries in it. I don't think the batteries are still in it. Oh yeah, they are. Okay, so we tested it all out. You see it comes up on there. Actually still has the little protector thing in here. It says don't remove before you want to, or remove before you want to operate it, I think is what it actually says. But yeah, we're probably gonna pull the batteries out and ship it with no batteries. All right, we got this one shipped out. It's gonna go to United States Postal Service, lightweight, in this little box. It's a 6x6x6 box. It's gonna go all the way to Arizona. I think it costs like $6.40. Not too bad, really. So the little CD player is just bubble wrapped. There's packing paper on the bottom, and then I put some peanuts, packing peanuts on top, just so that nothing moved around. But yeah, should get there nice and safe. All right, first question today is from Oreo Kid 82 on YouTube. They ask, how do you sell on Poshmark US from Canada? That's a pretty good question. Let's get to it. All right, first of all, this could be a whole video all by itself, and instead of rambling on for like 20 minutes here, I'm gonna link down below a video from Tabs. I'll throw the thumbnail up right now just so you can see it as well. She's done a complete video on how to do this, and there's really no point in me doing a whole video on it at this point, so just definitely watch her video. I'll link it down below, but I'll tell you the basics of what you need to know here, okay? So why would you want to sell on the US platform? Well, I would say the US dollar, so currency. There's a lot more money to be made in US dollars than Canadian dollars. There's also a lot more people in the US than there is in Canada, so you have the opportunity to sell to a lot more people. That's a really great thing as well. Okay, 3 things that you're going to need for sure. A US bank account. Now, I use a digital bank account called Wise. I have it linked down below in the description. You can check it out. It's basically, you can have a Canadian account, you can have a US account, you can have an account that you can use all over the world. You actually get a little debit card. I use that debit card in the US all the time. I actually leave my US funds in Poshmark in US dollars in my Wise account, and I spend it in the US that way. You can obviously bring it back into Canada and get that exchange back and make some extra money that way too. I just really like having that US dollar in a bank account that's accessible to me. So that's something I like to do. The other thing you're gonna definitely need, you 100% need a cross-border shipper, or you need to live close enough to the border where you could actually take things across the border yourself. That could be a little more problematic. It's a lot easier with a cross-border shipper because they're set up to do that in volume, and you're not gonna get asked questions, you know, while you're crossing the border all the time. And then the last thing you're going to need, of course, is a brand new Poshmark account on the US side, because it's different. There's Poshmark.ca, there's Poshmark.com. Other countries also do have Poshmark. Some of them have actually shut down, which is a totally different story. But yeah, those are the main 2. So I do sell in Canada, I do sell in the US, and I love selling in both. And I certainly love the US dollar. Ryan Erickson from the Facebook group Canadian Reseller A asks, what do you use to know the value of products when thrifting? eBay search or Google Lens? All right, so this is a pretty good question, and I think it really does vary, because if I found these shoes in a thrift store, I know they're Sauconys, okay? It's got a style code inside. It says men's size 10, so I kind of know quite a bit about the shoe already. I can see that it's orange. I don't need that much help. I'm just going to type in the information I know already into eBay search, and then I'm going to go search and complete, and I'll throw that up on screen so you can see what that is exactly. And then, you know, essentially then I'm going to see if this shoe is worth picking up or not, or how much it might be worth. Now, if it was something else, like for instance, this is a Crystal Head vodka. It is empty, obviously. It's a limited edition. Is this one limited? No, I think this is just the regular one. It's just a skull, right? It's a glass skull. There was vodka in it at one time. There was a cork in it at one time. Somebody gave me this recently. If I didn't know what it was, then I might use Google Lens and take a picture of it so I could get some basic information, kind of make sure that I knew what it was. Then I would copy that information and paste it into eBay, and I would still do my comp search through eBay regardless. But those would be the different things. So if you knew what you were looking at, you know, I would use eBay and I wouldn't bother with Google Lens if I had no idea what I was looking at, but I thought it looked interesting or valuable. Then I would probably start with Google Lens, do that search, and then take the results from that search and then bring it on over to eBay. All right, we have a Poshmark sale, and this one is also from the wholesale buy. So that is good news that we're selling off this stuff as we list it, which is exactly what we want to do. This is Toronto Maple Leafs. I think it's Fanuff. Forget his first name. I'm not the biggest, I said the biggest hockey fan, which is terrible, but you know, I'm just not. So this jersey is a Reebok 52, Reebok CCM 52. It's the one of the ones with the straps in the bottom, which I think makes it a little bit more desirable. I think it's more of the authentic jersey. Anyway, I think this one sold on Poshmark for, I think it was about 50 some dollars. I'll throw it up on screen. I'll also throw up the conversion because it is in US funds. And we are gonna just pack it up in this little priority flat rate envelope. It's got some bubble wrap inside or padding inside as well. All right, so we got this one in the padded flat rate priority envelope here. It's going to go United States priority mail, buyer pays shipping, obviously on Poshmark. It's going to go to Lockport, New York. Okay, we do have a Poshmark.ca as well. And yeah, I've been looking at these ones for a while. These are the pair, they're Kohans. I think they're called like Pinch or Pinchy or something like that because it's got the little lobster on the front. They're in really good shape. The only thing with these ones is when I was pulling the sticker up, some of this part of the sole came up, like it's missing just a tiny piece there. I don't think it would really bother you very much, but yeah, that was all disclosed. But yeah, Kohans here, sold on Poshmark for whatever money's up on the screen. I actually don't remember what they sold for at the exact seconds, but yeah, let's get these guys shipped out. All right, got these ones in a box, and as always on Poshmark, buyer pays shipping, expedited parcel. These ones are going to Hamilton, Ontario. The other thing about these, I suppose, is they did come from the Goodwill bin, so I don't have a lot of money. And I think you already seen it pop up on screen, but I got like $33 roughly for them, so pretty good for a bins pickup. All right, we actually made one more Poshmark.com sale. I didn't realize. Leo, she's made her way to the bin now. This is for dirty shoes, not dirty cats. So these ACGs here, I picked these up at the Goodwill bins a while ago, and they're not in the best condition in the world, but they're not in bad condition either. They wound up selling for, I think, like $65 US. I've hung on to them for a little while, but pretty happy with this. So let's get these ones shipped out. So I wound up using one of the bigger priority United States Postal Service priority mailboxes here. I think it's supposed to be for flat rate, larger flat rates, but I've never had an issue putting labels on there or on the regular US priority mail on there. Let me know if that's breaking rules. I don't think so though. I've never been questioned about it. I think you can use any priority box, but I don't 100% know that for sure. I should find that out because if that's wrong, I shouldn't be doing it, but honestly don't know. So that's not really an excuse, but I'm just saying I'm really not sure. I've never had an issue shipping them in those boxes before, but this one is going to go all the way to Tampa, Florida. And like I said, on Poshmark, buyer pays shipping. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks for putting up with this creaky floor. As I walk around the room, it definitely makes a lot of noise. It's actually just like this floor is, we pulled the carpet up a long time ago. It's just painted plywood, and then I've got to throw a rug down, and it does really what I need it to do in here. I don't need a fancy floor. This is just sort of a workroom at this point. Yeah. But anyway, regardless, guys, if you like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content, as we are trying to hit 3,000 subs this month on YouTube. I really don't think it's going to happen, but fingers crossed. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow.